All right. Ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go. Welcome, everyone, back to the Budgie Smugglers.
Boom, shakalaka.
I'm Stephen Bradshaw. I'm with comedian Jeremy Dooley.
You are also a comedian.
I'm also a comedian.
Yeah, let's not discount that.
Thank you for reminding me. Listeners might not know that if they've listened to the podcast. Hey, B, Dools, what's been happening? How's your last week?
Good. It's been a good week. I've had a quite a big return back to the east coast of Australia.
Yes.
It's sort of hit the ground. It's been bang, 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 bang. So dropped in at Lido last week.
Lovely, love Lido. Great room.
It was good just to, start the process of of the beginning again, which is always fun. It went well. It was a hot lineup. First half of the show was. In particular, I did leave at halftime. So first half of the show was like, Dil Rook and Carissa Bossanakis. And
Yeah, it looked like a good lineup.
it was a great lineup. There was someone else on in the first half. Can't remember who. Oh, Urvi Majumdar. So it was a hot first half. And myself. So that was good. And then I was on at Skinny Dog in Kew with Bron Lewis and Lizzie
Oh,
Hu.
yes, of course. How was that gig?
It was phenomenal. It was great. It's an interesting venue to play in. So audience had a great time, and working with Bron and Lizzie. There's such great hangs in the green room.
Yep.
They're great on stage. So that's always good. It's always like a good dynamic. But it's a weird venue to play in because, one, it was really cold that day. And so it's kind of the audience is sat inside, but where we are is kind of outside. So like we're undercover, but we're like in what I would imagine would normally be the smoking section.
Got you. Yep.
But obviously for the gig. So it just creates this weird dynamic. So like the laughter kind of dissipates by the time it gets to the front of the room because we're also battling with like trams going past. So it was just weird sort of, we all got off stage and we're like, that went well, I think. And everyone else said, no, like you crushed, like, because when you're in the green room, you're more in the room.
Okay.
So it was this weird dynamic. It was a great show. Bron Lewis had just come back from opening for Nikki Glaser and
Oh, wow.
Hearing that approach was really interesting. So apparently, Nikki Glazer's opening act and PA will sit side of stage with a laptop each, and just like Nikki Glaser just walks up there and just freestyles it. Basically, doesn't have a set list, just gets up there and goes bang, and is just relentless like a machine gun, punchline after punchline. Doesn't wait for the audience to laugh. Like, is happy to step on laughs just to get more in. Goes for like 75 minutes.
Jesus.
But the one of the people with the laptop is basically just like putting down the set list, and the other person, I think the opening act, is sort of saying writing down what tags she uses, because every night it's slightly different.
Yeah, okay.
And then also a couple of options of tags, and just sounded really inspired. Like Bron was just like, it was the best thing ever. And then like we were all getting like secondhand inspired from her opening for Nikki Glaser. So
Sounds amazing.
it was cool. That was cool. And I filmed some stuff for Kmart and Target this week, which is why I had to shave. I had to be clean shaved.
Yes.
When was the last time you were clean shaved, like razor clean shaved?
I was getting ready for a wedding. This is 15 years ago.
I can't even imagine. You would look weird.
Yeah, it was. And what had happened is I was just going, and then I just went, zoop, and it was a mistake. And I was like, that's it. I guess we're getting rid of everything. Shaved the whole lot off. It was horrible. And that's why I go to the barbers as often as I do, to let the professionals take care of this.
Take care of it. Well, I had to film something for Kmart and Target, and they requested clean shaved except for the mustache.
Yeah, nice.
So, I don't own a razor.
Were you playing a plumber in a video game?
I was playing a safety officer.
Oh, yes.
It was good. I had a lot of it was basically like me they were just letting me cook. They're like, this is the scenario, bang. And I would just riff.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. 2 days, a lot of filming. It was a lot of fun.
That is a lot. That's great.
But it felt very weird to go and buy a razor, and then you have to go buy like shaving cream. And it's like, I'm going to use it once, and now I've got this.
Yeah.
If any budgie smuggler wants some shaving cream.
Yeah, we're doing our first giveaway ever.
It's used once.
Once you use shaving cream, just slide into the DMs with your address, and we'll have that shipped over to you.
I don't know how many shaves you'll get from it, but a lot, I'm imagining. I had to like get on YouTube. I'm like, how do I do this? So
really? Yes.
It's been that long. And so initially my stubble was too long. I was like, this isn't working. And then I was like, I need to like trim it back a bit first.
Bloody, I wouldn't even know where to start,
It felt
to be honest
so
with you.
weird.
Yeah.
I was just like touching my face constantly. And, you know, the baby was looking at me like, who are you? And Chelsea was just like, grow that back.
Yeah. Love that.
So it was good. How was your week?
Good. Did a few gigs. I did the Vineyard in St Kilda on Wednesday.
Yep.
Just working on some new stuff. Classic open mic with nobody there except for a few comedians.
Yep.
So, which was fine because I'm working on brand new stuff. So I actually kind of needed it just to figure out how those jokes go. So that was good.
Good.
And then Friday night, I made the 3.5 hour long journey in the rain, torrential rain, in the dark. Me and our buddy Jai Ashman, 3.5 hour long drive. Got to Shepparton, had to go straight there because we just got there in time for the gig because traffic was a nightmare. And then
everyone's racing to get there.
Yeah. It sounds like a similar setup to you. It was like an indoor-outdoor space, if that makes sense, where we were about 20 meters away from the audience.
Oof, no, we were right in their group.
So, which was a weird setup, but it was fun. And, you know, there was 20 people there, and I've come off a week of really fun gigs, and then it was a good little reality check for where I'm really at in my career. But one of those things where it's like, you know what, they enjoyed it. I was in the bathroom afterwards. I hear a couple of guys talking about it and how they said I was their favorite, which is quite a nice feeling to have someone tell you that you were the best comedian on while you've got your dick in your hands. Just cut out the middleman there. So that was nice, and it was fun. It was fun.
Yep.
Not the ideal setup, raining outside, indoor-outdoor space, so very noisy. So it was just one of those ones, but we had a good night. We were, you know, just a bit of karaoke afterwards.
I saw that. That looked fun.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
Jai Ashman with a bit of Macklemore tore the place down. And then we, of course, we went and did one of the one in a sort of like something we just want to do, a local experience that everyone in Shepparton go. And so we went to the Pokies for a couple of hours, which was good.
I was going to say Centrelink, but
that was good. There's a giant Murray cod apparently.
Of course.
So we went and visited the giant Murray cod. Stopped in at Toobrook Bakery on the way home for the best pie in the world.
It is a good one.
There was that. Then yesterday I was at the footy. This is a sports podcast.
Yep.
But was in the box, free booze, free food, and we witnessed the biggest ever fourth quarter comeback in AFL history with Nazir Wanganeen-Milera kicking 2 goals in the last minute of the game. It was just going off. It was bananas. Probably the best game I've been to live, I think, ever. It was just wild.
The footage that you put up on your stories, it looked pretty epic. You were sitting up there in the prawn sandwich section there.
Yes.
How was that? Very,
very good. Andy Pass. I can't believe we're 9 minutes in, we haven't spoken about food yet. But they started off with an antipasto, which was very, very good.
I thought you were going to say they started off with Ellie Pasco.
Oh, no, yes, she's the opener. And what else did they have? They had a nice little chicken dish. They had some vegetarian options, lots of things. And then the party pies and sausage rolls come out at 3/4 time. So
classic.
No, love getting in the box, so to speak, whenever I can, because it's awesome.
Also at the footy.
Also at the football as well. But yeah, been a good week.
Yeah,
been a good week.
That's a good win. Are they going to keep him? Is he going to re-sign?
Oh, I don't want to talk about it. It's too sad to think about.
If he is, his contract just went up a lot in the last 24
and it's been
hours.
going north all year, and then now it's just like, give him 5 years, $2 million a year, give him $10 million for 5 years, make him sign it today, because hopefully that was such a big moment for the club, because we've been shit for 150 years. So maybe I'm hoping that kind of plays into our hands a little bit, the emotion and just the coverage and everything. Getting around it. So hopefully at least 2 years, maybe 10. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
But exciting.
Yeah, that is exciting. That's very exciting. Shall we get into the comments?
We shall get into the comments. What do we got?
Are taken from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, our DMs as well. Yes. Sometimes at shows in person. Just remember, make us write your name down because otherwise we'll forget.
Yep.
All right, a lot of people had some stuff to say about the Wayne Carey toilet incident.
Sure did.
Donuts DevX. Donuts Devx. Recreating the moment with Anthony Stevens' wife, which led to the downfall of North Melbourne, and still to this day, North Melbourne is a shit show because of it. They need to ditch the men's team and focus on the women's team. They are the future of the club.
We really got into people's feelings this week. There's a few things that blew up, but Dwayne Hammer just said that they had a business meeting in there as well. So, there's that one.
And JRock3214 said, I'd say Fight Club. I mean, they wouldn't really say anything about what they did in there, so trails off.
I like the way you think, JRock. We, of course, had Icon Park reviews, Carlton's home ground, and Spencer chimed in with Icon Park is the best training facility.
Which is an odd comment in the context of what we were
Give me a 1-star review. I think we replied, it doesn't show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, what are they training?
Yeah, exactly. For what?
God, yeah, Carlton. What a disaster of a club they are.
Oh, they're an absolute rabble.
Do you think
I love it.
Michael Voss is the right coach, or do you think it's bigger than Michael Voss?
It's bigger. The whole club's it's been a rabble ever since that cheating scandal or the salary cap scandal. They just haven't been able to get back on track since.
Yep, since Cooter, and he's like running for mayor and all that sort of stuff. Needs to focus on winning. A lot of golf chat this week, which I love. Yeah, obviously. Dave does America. Your best golfer is in Live.
He is.
I don't know what that means.
He's talking about Cam Smith, of course.
Okay, the Melbourne Storm captain.
Yes, exactly. He's in LIV. So Jim Munn, 57, said, this is the first Australian video I've ever seen where no one dropped the C word at least 20 times, which is very nice. That's a very astute observation as well. So thank you, Jim Munn.
We're not, we don't shy away from swearing. We're just not that sweary.
Yeah, we're not super swearing. Yeah.
DOC Nick or Doc Nick. Doc Nick or DOC Nick?
I like to think of it as the DOC, like
the
NWO.
DOC. Yeah. Yeah, if you're a fan of the NWO.
I said the NWO instead of NWA.
Yeah. Very different.
Very different.
Very different.
Funnily enough, they both use the N-word a lot.
Yes, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ice Cube was too sad about the recent news.
No, I doubt it.
DOC Nick, they're getting old. Also, yes, it's the lefties.
I don't even know what he's talking about, but he did mention last week that we needed to do more golf coverage. So, anyway, we also had, this one blew up. I don't know. We've upset a bunch of Yanks last week.
Oh, the NASCAR one.
Yeah, the NASCAR one.
I couldn't remember if that was posted last week or the week before. So.
No, we haven't spoken about it on the pod, but Ryan Pappenhausen, I don't think it's his official. I don't think it's really Ryan Pappenhausen.
Because he's commented on things before and not been complimentary.
Yeah, exactly. But fun fact for you, roundabouts aren't even a thing in America. Of course, we were talking about how with SVG winning and making fun of Americans because they can't turn right.
I mean, I lived in America, and admittedly, I lived only in one part of America, and I can't say I remember roundabouts. So, I mean, they don't have roundabouts, healthcare, or gun laws.
A lot of people pulled him up on that, but he was just starting classic Pap.
On your housing.
No, it's embarrassing for other NASCAR drivers. He would have lost if McDowell's car didn't blow up. He struggled and couldn't even beat a washed Kyle Busch at Coda. He is one of the best road course racer in NASCAR, but what he is doing isn't embarrassing for other drivers. By the way, he's 26th in points. This was very common theme. A lot of people are arguing, trying to make sense, sensical arguments, which I think was a waste of time because it was a joke, but whatever. And then we'll do one more because there was a lot of them. But this one, lost it. Whatever. He's incredible, and I know you're just having fun, but these street road courses are not NASCAR, and SVG stinks on ovals. A lot of this kind of stuff. A lot of people saying there's only one street race, the other two are road races. They're like, what are you talking? Who
Semantics.
cares? Who cares? They're not driving around in a circle. When you're not driving around in a circle, SVG wins. That's it. I didn't have it on the rundown, but Hulk Hogan.
Yeah.
Were you sad?
No.
Because of the.
I was never a Hulk guy.
I was a Warrior guy.
I was a Sting guy.
You're a Sting guy?
Sting, yeah. Hulk, like, even, when he's come back in, over the last couple of decades, it's just, like, I get it. Wrestling wouldn't be there, where it is now if it wasn't for people like him. But,
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
mean, I can't argue against the NWO and, like, them being, like, a huge thing. But also, like, you could probably also, on the same breath, argue that a lot of wrestlers would be even bigger and the industry could be bigger. But it wasn't because people like Hulk got in the way.
Interesting take.
Finger poke of doom, as they say. Listener question. This was delivered to me on Wednesday night from Robin. And I'm assuming that it's a Y, YN instead of IN in the spelling. I don't know. I just feel like that's how it would be spelt.
Yep.
Judging by this person.
Okay. I don't know what that says about Robin.
Yeah, I don't know either. It was just the vibe that I was
Were they
getting.
with Batman at the time?
Yeah. No, but they did have a hood on.
Okay.
So I was talking to them off stage during an intermission, having just come back from a tour, and they asked, what are the different parts of Australia like to play in, and does the same style of comedy work the same in each location? I'll throw to you first.
Oh, you're probably more
from where you've played, but
obviously even just within
regional
Victoria,
well.
There's a big difference. Obviously, I was in Shepparton and St Kilda last week, so two very different places. But I think the further you get away from Melbourne, the more you can get away with audiences. I would say. I think Melbourne. That we can be a little bit interesting in terms of what they'll let us get away with on stage, but that's great because it challenges you to be a better writer. But when you start moving away from Melbourne, I know you've talked about Perth, which is the furthest you can get away from Melbourne being great. I know in Sydney, when I've performed there, I can get away with a bit more. And obviously my favourite place, and I'll be back there at the start of August, Darwin, which is also very far away. Just a little bit looser vibe, a little bit more fun. Everyone's up for it. But yeah, that's kind of what I've found.
So I found each, if we look at the major sort of cities and states, they've all got different traits. I found so like Melbourne, because there's so much entertainment on offer in Melbourne, you've got to work really hard. Melbourne's a bit more storytelling focused, whereas Sydney, they like you to tell a few quick jokes at the top and then you can get into stories. Perth, they don't really mind. Perth and WA, it's like you can go a bit looser, you can go a bit more risque. Darwin is kind of similar probably to Perth. It's got that real beer hall sort of vibe, the gigs up there. Where else? Brisbane. I've always had fun in Brisbane. I haven't had to adjust too much. But I think it's it's not even necessarily the different parts of Australia. It's just like you can be in the same city, and the gigs are going to be totally different because the audience is going to be totally different. There's a massive club in Melbourne CBD, Comedy Republic, and they've got a reputation for being like, oh, you can't say that there, but I've seen some of the loosest material on stage there, and Brunswick as a suburb gets a bad rap, but I've gotten real hard in the paint. I mean, for me, which is not that hard, but I've seen some people go really, really hard at gigs in Brunswick and still do well. And I've seen people kind of pander and not go well. Mm-hmm. So I think it's just about being confident in your material, committing to the bit, but also having enough gears that you can switch, when needed. Some gigs, the audiences like to be talked to and don't like material. And other gigs, it's the opposite. They don't want you to say anything to them. Just do your bits and get off stage. So I think there's a bit of experience in there and just knowing how do you very quickly and subtly test the waters and make those decisions fast.
Yeah. Great summary. Great.
I was chatting
Robin.
to a friend of the podcast who's just come back. I think they might still be over there. Tyson Popplestone. He just went over to WA and played at the Comedy Lounge there. Asked how we went and to show the breadth of that. He said for 4 of the 5 shows, he just got on there, did material, did really well, and then on the 5th show tried to do crowd work. They weren't into it. So
really?
It's you can just, and that's I've found there, my experience, they like to be spoken to. So you just don't know. Yeah.
Great. Popplestone's episode out now. You can listen to that. Running coach and comedian. Bit happened in sport this week, Dawes.
Yeah.
A little bit. I got up early this morning and watched Oscar Piastri.
Your boy.
My guy. Finish off a big weekend in Belgium. Of course, came second in the sprint race Saturday night and then came out starting second in the race today. Rain delay start. Wasn't a standing start, but able to get past Lando Norris in the first lap and pretty much held on to the reins the entire race in what was a pretty outstanding performance for the young Melbourne-born F1 driver. And he's now shitting it in terms of leading the Drivers' Championships. Only 18 points, but it's better than the alternative.
Is that a lot in the scheme of things?
No, it's not.
No,
it's,
okay.
If Lando wins a race and something bad happens to Oscar, he's out. So,
okay.
But it's very tight. He needed to win this week, and he did. He made very little mistakes, whereas Lando made a couple of little errors on the chase at the end. So, very, very impressive, stern, kind of under control, cool, calm, collected performance by our guy, Piastri.
What do you think, if you're in Belgium and you've just done an F1 race?
Yes.
What would be your post-race meal? Waffles.
Yeah. Yeah, waffles.
Chocolate chippies. I think they're put hot chips.
Belgian chocolate?
Yeah, Belgian chocolate.
Yep.
Yeah. Belgian hot chocolate.
There you
beer.
go.
They got good beer.
There you go. That's what. Yeah, I'd be on the beers. I think
beers and waffles.
Yeah, I don't know anything other than waffles and chocolate and beer for Belgium. Is there anything else?
No, I don't know much about Belgium.
Neither do I.
I know the movie In Bruges with Colin Farrell. Yeah, and the other guy.
Is that set in Belgium?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'll watch that tonight.
That's about all I know.
Yeah.
Didn't do much in the war, I think. Oh, actually, no. I know that there's 3 different languages, good different groups of people. There's Flemish people, and which sounds like they've got
they got a cold.
Yeah, and then there's other types of Belgium.
Is there a Belgium language?
I think there's multiple languages in Belgium.
Okay.
Yeah. If anyone is listening in Belgium,
do we have any Belgian listeners?
I don't think so. On our thing, we've got listeners in Japan. If any of our Japanese listeners know anything about Belgium, let us know. We've got a random country that I've never heard of, and I'm still not sure where. Hungary or something. Not Hungary. There was somewhere that I wasn't sure of. I wasn't sure if it was a city or a country. Anyway, Belgium. We don't know much about
There's
it.
2 in Germany.
Two Belgiums in Germany.
Well, I think we've got a couple of listeners in Germany, but I don't know. Wait. No, I don't know where that is.
That's the place that I'm not sure of.
Is Geelong?
Geelong.
I've got a few listeners in Geelong. Berlin. That sounds.
Yep.
What's Haringey?
Yeah, that's the place I'm not sure. It sounds like a place you'd find in New Zealand, especially when you say it how you just did.
Oh, I don't. A London borough of
Oh.
Haringey. I still don't know what it is.
I didn't know that was in London. There you go.
Okay. Well, thanks
To
for
them.
listening.
Yeah.
It's good podcasting.
The Lions defeat the Wallabies.
Speaking of the UK,
Oh, why are they called the Lions?
I don't know.
Has England ever had lions as like a native animal?
I mean,
don't think so.
if they because they claimed
take
India.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But like, that just doesn't make any sense. Like the Wallabies make sense because Australia has Wallabies.
Exactly.
But there's like England love calling themselves like and obviously it was the Island English Lions or whatever the hell they're called. But doesn't make sense as a name.
It stems from the lion emblem featured on the team's ties during the 1924 tour of South Africa, of course. You remember it well.
Yeah.
Local journalists nicknamed them the Lions after observing the lion motif, which was taken from the UK's royal coat of arms.
Makes no sense.
No sense whatsoever.
would do
What
that.
should they be called?
The black taxis. Black cabs.
I was wondering where you're going
Yeah.
with that. Yes, the the big
Badgers?
Bens?
Do they have badgers in
Badgers? They
England?
have, what are the
Otters.
Squirrels?
Moles. Squirrels.
squirrels?
Wolves. Do they have wolves?
I
They
don't think
used to have, surely.
No.
don't
The
think
foxes? Foxes is a good
Yeah,
name.
foxes. Yeah.
The red foxes.
I don't think they have any predators. Like, there's no animals in England that are predators. They've got a lot of predators.
They've got a lot of predators. A lot of predators. Keep your drinks covered when you're in England. That's all I'll say. Oh, yeah. So there's a rugby game or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah, at the
Did you-
MCG.
Yeah, was it?
Yeah, how did that happen?
I'm
I didn't
not
know
sure.
anything about that.
Yeah, no, apparently. But we lost. It's no good.
No. Does George Gregan still play? That's my...
Oh, jeez. I vaguely remember that.
Yeah. Robert Whittaker.
Oh, no.
Bobby Knuckles lost a split decision to Reinier de Ridder, which doesn't sound like a real name. It sounds like
Batman villain.
Yeah, exactly. The Riddler. Reinier de Ridder.
What's his nickname?
I don't know. The villain.
The villain?
The Batman villain.
Batman villain. Did you watch the fight duels?
No, I didn't. But I have seen some highlights and seen some breakdowns there. Bobby Knuckles sort of talking about he just wasn't getting the shot off quickly, had some big moments in there, but then, copped some big moments. Look, I think Whittaker, he's at that point in his career now where he's now going to be that sort of designated gatekeeper to the top. He's going to need to go on a massive tear, just very decisive winning streak to get another shot. But I don't think the UFC will put him in that position anymore.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's stepped into that sort of veteran, I guess, gatekeeper role.
Yeah, where he's a draw and he's known and, it's...
Puts on great fights. He dropped him a beauty with a great counter, which I looked like he could have won the match from that, but unfortunately he didn't.
I think, for when you get to that point in your career, the goal then is to become someone who fights for entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's like, cool, I know I'm not going to be put in a position to win the belt, so I'm going to try and put on the most exciting fights as possible.
The Max Holloway model.
Yeah, exactly. The Justin Gaethje model, the Dan Hooker model, where you're exciting, so the UFC will keep you. They'll keep putting you on. You might win a few bonuses here and there, and so you become a draw and people want to watch you on a fight card.
Yeah, which I think, and he's got a lot of admirers out there for the way he goes about it. And just so you know, it's Reinier, the Dutch Knight de Ridder.
The Dutch Knight.
The Dutch Knight. That sounds sus.
It does.
So I'm thinking of having a Dutch Knight tonight. Is it just a Dutch oven?
Oh, yeah,
That's a
maybe.
better nickname.
Yeah,
the Dutch oven.
Yeah.
I like that.
Comes out in a blanket and then just
in some exciting news, Gout Gout, our guy, he's out and about, has signalled his intention to be part of the 2026 Commonwealth Games in Glasgow. Could he win by 50 metres, the 100-metre sprint against...
I tell you what, the Commonwealth Games need something interesting. So, I mean, having Gout Gout there is definitely one of those things. I didn't know the Commonwealth Games still existed.
Until just then.
Yeah, I remember as a kid, it was like a big deal.
It was a big
the Commonwealth Games, great, this is awesome. And then it's just kind of like, oh, actually, like this is just a couple of big nations bullying all of these tiny little, colonized nations.
Exactly. It's, it was supposed to be in Melbourne, wasn't it?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And then we sold it to, I don't know. But anyway,
we already had one not that long ago. I remember John Soe was the Lord Mayor and everyone cheered every time he got a mention. It's fair enough. John Soe, he's our bro.
Exactly. But yeah, Gout Gout, I'd imagine will probably win the 100 and the 200. Maybe Lachlan Kennedy. But and then we'll probably win the 4x100 relay as well.
Probably. When are the Commonwealth Games?
2026.
Oh, I'll be in Scotland for a little bit of that.
For Edinburgh?
Yeah.
Oh, very good.
23rd of July to the 2nd. That is the smallest. It only goes for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks
Not
too
even.
long.
Yeah. That's wild. I'll be over there. Maybe I'll check out some of the Commonwealth Games.
Sounds good. Probably not, but your guy, your main man, the man you love, Alex de Minaur has won his 10th singles title.
Well done.
Beating Alejandro Davidovich Fokina 7-3.
Nailed that one.
I started off right. Alejandro, I nailed. Davidovich Fokina. 7-3 in a final set tiebreak after more than 3 hours. On court in Washington, D.C., the very prestigious Washington, D.C. tennis tournament. We've all heard your thoughts on Alex de Minaur, but does this give you any hope that maybe one day he can do something?
Again, until he beats someone higher ranked than him,
Yeah. Fair
and
enough.
he hasn't here, and it still took him 3 hours, So, also, he's nicknamed the Demon. Like, oh, that is lame. Lame.
What else?
Tell you what, 2 first names. Tim David hit
Bang.
the fastest T20 International century, 37 balls, mind you, by an Australian, I think beating his previous record, as they beat the West Indies to go up 3-0 in their 5-match series. That is hell of a 100. 37 balls.
That's a lot.
I still remember when it was like, oh, if you hit 100 in like 100 balls, that was like, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. So he's averaging 2.7 runs per ball.
That is insane.
That's pretty good. But we talked about him last week. The West Indies, does it count?
No.
Should they join up with the East Indies and try and make a super team?
Because cricket is a huge sport in the East Indies.
Yeah.
Or is that like Indonesia, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
I think it is.
Is it what the West Indies? Where are the East Indies? You keep talking. I'll look this up.
I think firstly, there's a lot of things here. One, it's T20, so it's a slog fest. The West Indies are not great at the moment. And he's got 2 first names, Tim and David, which is quite a rare combo of names too, Tim David. So well done. He's making a name for himself. Will he become a test player? Don't know.
Probably not. But
people like T20. I don't personally.
No.
I'm a test match, and then I'll go to 50 overs, and then that's it.
Yeah, fair enough. The East Indies encompasses a vast group of islands stretching across the Indian Pacific Oceans, including modern-day Indonesia, the Philippines, and Malaysia, and parts of other countries. So you get the West Indies, you bring in the East Indies, and you just call them the Indies.
Yeah.
And maybe they'll be better.
Maybe.
If you get
or
all,
it'll still be
all
the
of the
same
best
team, just with a
exact
different
same
name.
team with one Filipino.
Yeah. Wicket keeper.
Okay. I got a big question for you, Jules.
Yep.
We don't normally go into this territory, but it's both non-Australian and
Political.
So I saw this, thought it was interesting today. Donald Trump was caught cheating on the golf course. Don't know if you saw this. His caddy dropped a ball, which magically appeared. So Donald Trump was caught cheating on the golf course. Is this another attempt to distract everyone from the Epstein files?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably. Donald Trump famously loves playing golf and also famously is a massive bullshit artist.
Yes.
So, and he doesn't look like he'd be good at golf with that frame. Like he just doesn't look like. So it doesn't surprise me that his caddy is doing that. I think the Happy Gilmore 2, the reviews haven't been positive. So, having some more golf content in the zeitgeist might see people watch Happy Gilmore 2. It might distract people from the Epstein files. I think, that's... The Epstein files and Donald Trump, that's an interesting thing on a golf course as well. I'm sure he'd love a hole-in-one.
Hey.
The Epstein files. Hey. Yeah, definitely. It's so dodgy, but also on brand. I don't understand why people are outraged because it's...
Yeah, I don't think anyone's
so on
outraged.
brand.
They're just like, this makes perfect sense.
Oh, you got caught cheating. What? And he'll deny it, and his supporters will be like, no, he wasn't. He's obviously, hit the ball there. I don't know, his supporters are... wankers.
Yeah. Have you got any big questions?
No, but I'm looking forward to. I think my big question was at the start around Wanganeen Miller. Is he going to stay? Do you think? What's St Kilda's strategy though? Because if they're going to throw millions of dollars, and they are throwing millions of dollars, and it's looking likely that De Koning will come over. Which is a wild approach for that club to throw their money at that player. You're in charge of St Kilda, all right? What are you doing to get them up and about?
Well, I think what happened is at the start of the year, they're like, all right, we're going to sign Naz for a few years at 750 to $1 million, probably in that range. Maybe, probably around 850. That was probably the first offer. And then that's just gone up and up. And now we're in this position where we've got De Koning. We're paying 95% of the salary cap, which means we can go up to 105% next year for 1 year. So you front load that contract. You're paying overs, but you're getting him for free. And apart from that, for over the next 6 years of that contract, it's going to be under $1 million because it'll be it'll be a lot less because we're front ending a fair bit. But then all of a sudden, Naz just turns into one of the best 5 players in the game.
Was he? How was he last year?
Very good.
Yeah,
very good.
But no, you didn't think he was that good last year that this year he's going to become one of, if not the best player statistically in the league.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think anyone saw this jump coming this quickly. Last year he was great, and this year he's just gone from strength to strength. So I'd just give him $2 million. Give him $2 million. Tell De Koning, sorry, mate. We lost your contract in the mail.
You've already got a solid ruck setup.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're doing. It's just Steven Silvani going after more flipping Carlton players. It's just a disgrace.
Oh, he's so shit as his manager.
It's killing me. But Naz has been my favourite player since the first game he ever played for us. Love the way he goes about it. Love the way he moves. Obviously, took a spec, he tied the game, kicks the goal after the siren to win it. Doesn't get any better than that for a footy player. So I am hoping that very much that we can just sign him up for as long as he's willing to accept forever how much money he asks for.
Is it the playing list or the coach?
It's the playing list. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got no good players apart from Naz, Sinclair, Wilkie, and then nothing.
Hello to Cooper Sharman, who's watching. Hello, Coop. Love you. All right.
We love Cooper Sharman,
love Cooper Sharman.
But
they have that absolute elite. You need
8 to 10 elite players.
Yeah, and you guys do not know. Is King? Is he playing?
He hasn't played. He's injured. He's been injured all year.
There you go. That's how much I pay attention to St Kilda.
So if next year we've got a forward line that is Max King, hopefully we keep Rowan Marshall and play him forward. Then you got Jack Higgins, you got Alex Taru running around, and then you've got Danny Butler or Liam Henry. I mean, that's a pretty dynamic, versatile forward line. Cooper Sharman as that. Right now, he's our number one forward. So he gets the best defender. If you've got Rowan Marshall and Max King, and then all of a sudden Coop's got the third best defender, then look out.
Money for jam.
Yeah, exactly. Got some more sporting club reviews. This week we're going to Adelaide. To Adelaide Oval. For some of this could be a 10-part series. There's so many 1-star reviews. A majority of them are people from Adelaide complaining about parking and food prices, but I've just picked out some of our favourites if you want to kick things off. Do you want to save that to the end?
This first one.
We'll save that to the end, I think. All right.
Okay. All right. We're going off here. Matt Mannix. That's a great name combination. Matt Mannix.
M&M's.
140 reviews and 116 photos. He
loves a review.
Loves it. 1 star.
1 star.
Recently attended the Port versus GWS match. The Port Adelaide supporters are really rude. When we chant Giants, they say sucks afterwards. And to hear it off kids is unbelievable. Then when we chanting Toby, they say flog. Not the best time at this ground. It's got 24 likes.
24 likes, that one. That was a year ago. Matt Mannix, what are you, 12?
This 12-year-old is doing 140 Google reviews.
That's a shame. Connor Ackers, obviously, I'm just going to let you all know, these are all 1-star reviews. Filthy Crows fans love to steal the overpriced beers and the stadium refuses to refund them. Would give 0 stars if I could.
Your Holy Grail has had 5 reviews, so not a big poster, but we've got a bit of form. Also 1 star. I don't like football.
Thank you, Your Holy Grail. That's a great review. Michelle Caruso said, the worst stadium in Australia. I've never been more disgusted at an AFL game. Staff, security and police ought to be ashamed of themselves.
Wow, I wonder what happened there. That sounds scandalous. 2 years ago. Jonathan Sutton. It only has left 1 review, and it's this one, 2 years ago. This girl with short, curly black hair was very rude to me at the bar and swore at me because I told her that I couldn't hear what she was saying. She then laughed to her co-workers about me as I was walking off. I think her name was Crystal with a C or Crystal with a K or something.
Crystal with a C or a K, you should be bloody ashamed of yourself.
Oh, Crystal.
I won't say it. Susan Smith.
129 reviews.
129 reviews, 97 photos, no capital letters in her name. Absolutely disgusting.
No. It's absolutely disgusting.
Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. We had to leave the ground early because we feared for our safety. The security was bad at controlling the crowd. ... There was no response service or alcohol. People were so drunk and still getting served. Wow. Oh, man. That is some of the worst use of the English language I've ever seen. Susan Smith. There's 128 more of those. There's 128 more of those ones. So,
all right, and the last one. 6 reviews from this person called Queefing Kamloops. We travelled from Whyalla for the test, so cricket, I'm guessing, or rugby, they call them tests. My wife suffers from a condition where she has an allergic reaction to certain pollen. If exposed, she starts to queef uncontrollably. It's very loud and smells like fish. Unfortunately, this occurred and we couldn't find a room for her to queef in private. Very embarrassed. First aid volunteers hadn't heard much about queefing. We hope you can train your staff to better accommodate queefing-related disorders. 1 in 10 women will experience uncontrollable queefing during their lives. 1 out of 5 queefs.
Do you want to hear Susan Smith's review of the pancake parlor at Westfield.
Well, you've got it, yeah.
App is not working at the food. Took forever. She can't spell for shit. There were 8 people, and half the table got theirs in a reasonable time, but the other half of the table had to wait, and by the time they got their food, the others had finished. Eye roll emoji. 3 stars.
3 stars?
3 stars. That's a big one.
We should do, once we get through all the grounds, we should just do Susan Smith.
Yeah, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Oh, have you got a top 5,
I
Jules?
do have a top 5. I was inspired by your good self and your footage from your very exciting looking gig in Shepparton. Was anyone thrown out? Were the police involved this time?
No police involved.
Cool. That's it.
Crowd was lovely. So yeah, all good. But I'm excited to see what this is. Okay, I'm glad that I'm inspiring you.
This is Dool's top 5 karaoke songs.
Okay, yes.
So this is what we're going with. So coming in at number 5, my number 1 is, look, to be fair, there's only really 2 songs, but I'm padding them out.
Okay,
right?
yeah.
Number 5 is Bohemian Rhapsody.
Okay, great one.
Yeah, because it's got it's got a little bit of call and response. It's got some high pitch, it's got the guitar riff bit, which we love, so that's good. That's number 5. Coming in at number 4 would be I Will Survive by Gloria Gaynor.
Very good. Okay, yes.
Yep.
I Will Survive. It's a great one. Everyone can get behind that.
Coming in at number 3. I may actually have 6 songs now that I've done the maths. Number 3, Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonnie Tyler.
Great list so far. You've gone with sort of the 80s, 70s, 80s kind of classic era.
Classics,
I like that.
Coming in at... Was that number 3? That was
number 3.
So coming in at number 2A. So I've got 2A and 2B. One if you're on your own, and one and another one if you're in a duo. So coming in at the duo is "Don't Go Breaking My Heart" by Elton John and Kiki D.
Okay,
that's
bit of harmonising there.
My heart. That one.
Yep.
I couldn't if I tried.
You don't have to sing it.
Yeah, okay. And at number 2, if you're on your own, "Don't Want to Miss a Thing" by Aerosmith.
Oh, great call.
Yeah.
Armageddon?
Oh, yeah, the Armageddon soundtrack.
Yep.
That is a belter. I have been trying to incorporate that into the 90s Never Ends show as a way to end the whole show with everyone singing that. So far, I'm a lone voice in that one. And my number 1 karaoke song... Can't explain all the feelings that you're making me feel. I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness.
Number 1. That's such a...
What a belter. If
It's
you
such
get the
a hard
high
song to
kicks going.
sing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I did not have that on my bingo card for today's episode.
What a song.
Too hungover for that. I'm too hungover for that. That was great.
We're trying to use Bailey, right?
Hey, great top 5. Wasn't expecting that. So next time you're up at Shepparton, go to the Aussie Hotel and see Jeremy Dooley perform I Believe in a Thing Called Love.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I've got my power rankings. Fair bit going on this week. Fair bit going on this week in the... we didn't even talk about this, but at number 10 from the Geelong Cats, kicked 11 goals on the weekend. Jeremy Cameron had to be in there. When was the last time? Was it Buddy when he kicked 13? Was the last time someone kicked 10 goals in a game?
I know Jack Rewald kicked a 10 or something a few years ago as well. Doesn't happen very often these days.
Not these days, it doesn't. It's not the 90s anymore. At number 9, just hanging on because she's ranked, I think, 6th in the world at the moment. Minjee Lee in the golf is doing great. Still hanging on. Still the AEW World Women's Champion. Timeless Toni Storm. At number 7... be interesting to hear your take on this. At number 7, Alex the Demon Minaur. Had a big win, his 10th win. I think he deserves to be in here. we'll see. At numbers 5 and 6, respectively, JDM, Jack Della Maddalena, and Alexander Volkanovski. You're a champion in the world. You have to be in the Aussie athlete power rankings, I think. At number 4, there's only 2 events left this year. It's Guacamole Pick'em. Got a big event coming up, I think, next week, the last one before the finals. At number 3, creating history, the quickest century in international Australian T20 history, Tim David with his 100 off 37 balls. I thought that was anytime you make history. At number 2, won a game off his own boot, Nazaya Wanganeen Malera. I've put him straight into number 2. It's the performance of the season in the AFL. I think you'll be hard-pressed to find something better than 2 goals in a minute to win a game once you're 45 points down. And at number 1, after he's stuffed his face full of Belgian waffles and chocolate and hot chocolate and beer, pretty much ran roughshod over the whole weekend in Belgium. He's a world championship points leader for McLaren. Oscar Piastri is number 1 in the power rankings.
There you go. That's not bad.
Not bad? You like that one?
That's not bad.
Who and listeners message the page or whatever. Who do I constantly overlook in these power rankings? I have said before, I think we've had about over 80 people throughout the first 23 episodes. So that's a fair bit of change.
Yep, that's good. What do we got on this week? What do you have?
I think, are we at Kent Street tonight?
Yeah, we are.
Max said it was the last one
ever.
It is the last one What's happening?
Ever. Last one ever. So, don't know. The bar doesn't want to continue.
Yeah, that's a shame. It's always been a fun gig, for a Monday nighter. So,
fun.
Kent Street, I think on Thursday I'll be emceeing the Black Sheep in Hawthorn.
Yep.
And then on Sunday, I believe you and me are at Blackman's Brewery in Geelong with Lizzie Who.
Yep.
Who? That could have been in your top 5. You, me, Lizzie Who at Blackman's Brewing this Sunday. What about you, Dools? Got 2 gigs together this week.
Yeah, no, it's great. I've got a huge week. So Kent Street tonight. Be working on some new stuff. Tonight, of course, being Monday the 28th. On Wednesday, I'm at the Cheeky Squire in Frankston with Richard Stubbs and a special top secret guest. I can't give too much away, but I will say they are one of the best comedians in the country. They live here now, but they are of Irish descent and they go by one name.
You guessed it, everyone. I will be performing at the Crafty Squire this week.
Cheeky Squire.
Cheeky Squire. Give it a crack.
Yes.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, that was good.
Give it a crack.
So that'll be good with Stubbsy and Jamal.
Bloody hell, that's a good lineup.
It's a great lineup. Thursday the 31st, I am...
God, we're only up to Thursday.
Torquay, yeah.
Oh, you are too?
I'm there at Bells Beach Brewing with Peter Hellier, which will be awesome. Friday the 1st, I'll be at the Aries Inlet Pub hosting and doing a little bit of comedy for a fundraiser, which is raising money to donate to hospital supplies and stuff like that for children who have been wounded in Gaza.
Get around that one if you're down that way, the Bellarine Peninsula area.
4:30 till 6 p.m. And then as soon as that's done, I'm hopping straight in the car going to Geelong, where I'll be at comedy at the Nash at the National Hotel in Geelong. Saturday, I'm going to take a breath and just have the day off. And then on Sunday, as you said, I'll be at Blackman's Brewery in Geelong, in Grovedale, Geelong, with yourself and the great Lizzie Who. So it should be a good one.
That's a great week.
It's a good week.
Exciting times.
It's a good week. I've had a couple of good weeks of gigs with some absolute legends. So that's good.
Very exciting. I should also mention that my tickets are on sale for my solo show on August something in Darwin. I know I've got a few listeners up north. So
16th? Is it the 16th?
No, I think it's like the
9th, 23rd, 30th. 30th, the last Saturday
last
of the month.
Saturday of the month. Thank you, Jules. Last Saturday, get your tickets. They're on sale now, so I'm very excited for that. My show, my dad tried to sue me over a joke, which is about the time my dad tried to sue me over the joke. It's not a very...
It's a good name, though. It gets people's attention. This will be your first solo show.
First solo hour-long show, yes.
Are you going to get an opener? Are you just going to get up there and raw dog it?
So I'll do the Friday night show, and I'll be emceeing that. So I'll be working with a few local comedians, and if there's a young up-and-comer in that mix, maybe I'll get them to open for me on Saturday. But yeah, very excited.
Very exciting. Good stuff, team. As usual, thanks for listening. If you have anything you want to tell us, leave a comment, send us a message. We'll see you at a gig, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Like, share, follow, give us 5 stars, all that kind of jazz. Thank you so much. Have a good week, everyone. Bye.